Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. We're here with Kathryn, and who is this, Kathryn?
This is Arthur.
Arthur Tiger is getting the rest of his breakfast this morning.
Good job.
And Arthur, Amanda, and Andre are siblings who live together in, I think, 5 of these enclosures. They're about 1,800 square feet each, and each one has a den and a pool, and they're all hooked together with tunnels. So what we have to do whenever we're feeding these guys is separate them so they don't fight. So Arthur has been separated up here for the rest of his breakfast. He got a little bit of breakfast this morning, but we wanted you guys to see him getting the rest of it. Hey, Deb. Hey, Trim. Can you tell them about what these cats eat?
So all of these guys, of course, eat raw meat. The boys eat about 12 pounds a day, and Amanda eats about 8 to 10. They get beef and chicken. They get kind of what we affectionately call a mush, which is a ground diet, which has bone and cartilage and organ meat and all of the stuff that they would typically eat in the wild because they would consume the whole animal, and that's kind of their vegetables. They get bone-in meat and boneless meat.
Hello.
He wants to see if you have something better.
This is not better.
Come on.
This is a camera.
Now she just has butt.
You were worried about that.
Come over here. Turn you back this way. There you go. Oh, goodness. These guys are older tigers, so they do get their meat cut up. Everybody's like, why don't they get big giant chunks? And these guys are getting kind of old, and so they're getting a little picky. They want to have bite-sized little swallowable pieces so they don't have to work very hard. And since we give them whatever it is they want, we tend to cater to that.
And you know what? I'm seeing a bunch of people joining. There's 757 people on here right now, but I'm not seeing any of your comments. So some of you I know are extreme explorers who watch these cats on the Explorer Live webcams at Big Cat Rescue. So if you guys could hop in there and answer questions for me, that would be wonderful.
All right. We're going to move on and do Mandy.
Why is he drooling?
Why is he drooling? Because he just got food. He was drooling before I even got to him. They tend to do that. When the minute we walk up with the cart and there's any kind of buckets on it, they start drooling, they start getting excited because they know they're going to get fed. All right, let's go feed your sister.
Right across the street from them is the vacation rotation enclosure, and it's a 2.5-acre enclosure where all of our big cats, the lions and tigers here at Big Cat Rescue, get a 2-week vacation, and they'll have that entire space to themselves.
You come out and have some yummy.
For 2 weeks, and then the next cats get a try at it. Amanda is in the den here, and Kathryn's trying to get her to come out and eat.
Come on.
She's thinking something must be up here.
Well, they're putting Christmas trees in next door, so she's wondering what's going on.
Every day we do some kind of enrichment for the cats, and we do seasonal enrichment as well. So right now, with it being close to Christmas time, there's lots of Christmas trees, and they're putting Christmas trees in the enclosures. Okay. She's going to skip Amanda for right now, since Amanda is saying, no way, Jose. This is Andre. Andre Tiger. You can tell Andre from his brother Arthur because of that little notch in his ear. Arthur did that to him. And some people might see the cats rubbing up against the side of the cage and think, oh, they want to be petted. No, they don't want to be petted. We're not going to pet them. That would be horrible. They're not pets. They don't belong in backyards and cages, and we're not going to do anything that makes people think that they could keep them as a pet. What he's doing, in fact, is marking his territory, and he's saying everything on this side of the wire is mine. Like when that food goes across there, it's his. And everything on your side, I'll maybe leave alone unless you get too close and I could grab you, and then it's mine.
As long as the food keeps coming across the wire, everything else is safe. This is also why I'm not hand feeding him.
Yeah, your fingers look just like chicken.
They do. Like that. They're really not going to notice much difference between those two.
the story behind these cats is so typical of what we see in the industry. Back in 1996, they were bred at a place that called itself the Tigers Only Preservation Society, which sounds really important. And it was just a backyard breeder who was breeding cubs and charging people to have their pictures made with them. And they always say that they're doing it for conservation, but none of those cats that are born in private collections serve any kind of conservation value. They're not purebred. They're never going to go back to the wild. The only reason they breed them is because people will foolishly pay to pet them. And there was one couple who was volunteering their time there and really fell in love with some of the cats, but then they moved away to Singapore. And they came back years later to find out that a tiger had escaped at that facility. It was in New Jersey. And unfortunately, when tigers escape, they usually get killed for that, and that's what happened in that case. So the authorities went in, they found the deplorable situations where these cats were living.
That was my fault, bud.
It was really
You're
disgusting.
gonna eat that one anyway? Okay.
Yeah, usually they won't eat it if it's touched the ground. They're kind of fussy.
You gonna make that work?
So the authorities confiscated all of the animals and they sent them to what was one of the largest sanctuaries at the time, called the Wild Animal Orphanage in
There you go.
San Antonio,
Man,
Texas.
that piece of whatever that's hanging off your face.
And I remember thinking at the time, oh my gosh, you know, taking in 23 tigers all at one time, that's just going to bankrupt them. And sure enough, it was a few years later that they went belly up because it costs over $10,000 just in food and vet care to take care of a tiger per year. And these guys can live to be in their 20s. These guys are going to be 22, I think.
22 in
22
January.
next month.
Yep.
It's just amazing. They only usually live to be 10 or
But
12 in most other facilities and in the wild. But you'll see some cases of cats living into their teens and 20s at other places, but it usually makes the news because it's so rare.
Oh.
Here we have over 20 cats right now who are over the age of 20.
Oh, thanks for that.
Tigers lover.
Thanks for that, bud.
We just love it.
That was lovely. And you got it all over your face, too.
And I'm not going to wipe your face for you. You're going to have to do that.
Just last little sniblet? No. No, I'm done. And I'm done.
So when the family came back, they were looking for the cats that they knew from all those years ago. And in 2011, they came to us and asked if there was any chance that we could find them. Do you think Amanda's going to eat?
I don't know. I think the Christmas tree stuff next door is kind of
Is
throwing
it?
her off a little bit.
Can you tell if it's done?
Let me look. Yeah, they're at the end with cameras, so it sounds like it might be done.
All right, well, you guys are going to get an extra special treat. I'm going to run down to the end there. We got a couple of minutes left. And I want to shout out to the Dodo Impact for allowing us to reach out to you guys this morning. Kathryn's going to let the cats loose so that they can all come down here and see their new Christmas trees.
You guys ready?
So in 2011, that family came to us and said, hey, can you find these cats? And we found the cats, and so they arranged for the rescue of those cats that they knew. There were 7 tigers still left at that facility that had gone belly up in Texas. And they knew 6 of the cats from before, so they agreed to take care of those cats and place them in sanctuaries. 3 came here and 4 went to Carolina Tiger Rescue. And I think these are the last remaining cats. So you can see how Kathryn's opening up the tunnels that join all of these cages together. Over here! Oh, no, you can't. The door's shut. Oh, even Amanda's coming out for this. There's Amanda over there. So count me in. She usually lets her brothers do whatever's going to be done first with the enrichment, and then she'll come over and check it out. Did you see it? It's over here. Come see it. Look at that! Oh my goodness! Oh, we love trees. The reason we give them Christmas trees and paper mache and all of these kinds of things is because being in a cage is horrible. These are cats that are hardwired to roam 400 square miles. And they're stuck in cages because once they've been born in captivity, they can never go free. Oh my goodness. Was that fun? Did you ride that tree all the way to the ground? You did. You did. Oh, this smells so good. It smells so good. You gonna pee on it? You gonna pee on me? They pee on things that they want to mark as theirs, which is another reason why they make horrible pets. I'm looking right into the sun here. I'm gonna go around to the other side. Nice voiceover, Afton.
Speak tiger.
An enrichment committee that meets every Wednesday night, and they make all of this enrichment that you see for the cats so that they have something different to tear up and to pee on, drag around, makes them all frisky.
That's pretty spry for a 22-year-old.
I'd be using my walker to get up there.
That's right.
If you multiply 22 times 6, that's about what they would be if they
Gonna
were
let your
people.
brother have some fun? Nice.
So while these cats who are born in cages can never go free, there is something that you can do to help stop the practice of breeding cats for life in cages. One thing is never pay to go see a cub, because that's just being done so that you'll pay to come see a cub. It's not for conservation. And the other is, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can go to bigcatact.com and ask your member of Congress to champion the Big Cat Public Safety Act, which would ban the private possession of these cats as pets, props, and for their parts. And that would be really helpful to these guys, and it would keep other cats from being born for life in cages. So thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry I couldn't see your comments. I'll try to go back through and answer any questions that I can afterwards. And again, thank you to the dodo.